Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Lump Dog, your favorite fantasy football commissioner's favorite fantasy football commissioner. And I'm back with another PPH video commissioner message, week 14 of the 2025 season. Last one, y'all. The playoffs are here. So let's get to it. First, top eight make the PPH playoffs. We have no buys. The first and two seeds, we have a very unique rule in which they get to call out their opponent out of the top eight. They don't necessarily, one doesn't play eight. So we had actually the seventh seed call out the one seed, and the one seed took the bait, and they are playing. So we got Mr. Liberty or Death playing the seventh seed Mollywops. West Point Gators called out the Irresistible Force. So we have the second seed against the fifth seed. So, and then we're going to have Jay Nasty is going to face off on the rookie, two big Niner fans. So the eighth and the third seed. And then the Midnight Hammers are taking on No Way Jose, the fourth and sixth seeds. So very different. Also, new to this year, Duke yesterday, I guess the realization to him not making the playoffs got to him, and he decided to put together a fishing boat. Us on the fishing boat, we're all throwing in an additional $50, and we're going to play for a little tournament there for the fishing guys. So a little $400. So he found a way for fourth place money. He's always been a big fourth place money guy. I don't know why he always likes having fourth place money. We got rid of it, but he found a way to finagle his way into it and into a tournament style, which I like. Maybe we can pass this into a normal pool that we do every year, where the losers here who didn't make the real playoffs play for a little bit of cash, for the end of the year. It does suck once you don't have your lineup to play with or do anything. Now we don't these bottom teams, which I'm in here, don't get to do any add drops to take away anybody from the top. The real playoffs, the big money, the glory. This is just so we can keep playing and can see how that goes. So anyway, that's how the playoffs are going to start, man. We'll see who's going to win, and it's going to be real interesting to see. We can go in and let's just go ahead and take a look at the scoring. Let's see who the guru has taking out who. So in that first game, we got the 1 versus the 7th seed. Wow, look at that. Mollywops at the 7th seed after losing 3 in a row are favored to beat the number 1 seed. He got Z-boozled. Foss got Z-boozled into picking him. So here we go. We got Jalen Hurts versus Tyler Shuck. Even though Shuck is playing Carolina and Hurts is playing Vegas, I think Hurts bounces back after that 4 turnover game, and he probably tears up the Raiders. We got H.N. and Tyrone Tracy versus Jacobs and Michael Carter. I don't know how Foss can go with Michael Carter after what did he do last week? I think he had like 2 points, if that. I don't even know if he even got a carry last week. He got 3 attempts for 13 yards. Yeah, bro. Not sure how you're going to feel comfortable doing that. You got to find something else. I would hope you could find something else, but it is what it is. We got Diggs and Jalen Waddle and Devon Vallee versus Keenan Allen. So that's a kind of a lame matchup if you ask me, but it is what it is. Goddard versus my old guy Ingram. Singletary versus Pickens. And then Prater and Cam Little, Bears and Ravens defense. And they got the Mollywops taking the win, 119 to 117. Going to be real smack talk here. If the number 1 seed gets taken out by the 7th seed and got Z-boozled into picking them, that's going to be funny if that happens. So we'll see who wins that one. That should be a good matchup. Next one, we got the Gators versus West Point Gators versus the Irresistible Force. They got the Irresistible Gators winning comfortably, 137 to 120. We got Burrow versus Bo Nix. Bo Nix playing against the Green Bay Packers defense. That's pretty tough. He hasn't really Bo Nix hasn't had a big game in quite a bit of time. I mean, when's the last time he like scored 40 points? I mean, look at this trend right here: 30, 36, 28. I mean, against the Raiders, only scoring 28, and now he's playing Green Bay at home. Not, I wouldn't expect a big game. I would almost try to look for someone else if I could. But I'm not in the playoffs, and maybe that's why I'm not in, because I make those dumb decisions. Burrow coming back should usually tears up the Ravens, so should be doing good. We got Bijan and RJ Harvey, we're Javonte and Brees. That's tough, man. Those two all good running backs there. RJ Harvey's been stepping up lately, but playing a tough defense. Bijan's always a threat to go off. And then, you got Brees, who gets the ball 30 times a game practically, especially now without Tyrod Taylor, probably not going to play or field, so they're going to probably run the shit out of the ball. And then Javonte Williams has been one of the surprises this season, so that's a good running back matchup. Kayshon Boutte, Michael Wilson, Amon St. Brown, and Chris Olave. Man, it's all that. I think it depends on if Marvin Harrison comes back. If he comes back, Wilson maybe takes a back seat. But if Wilson's still the number one, he's been putting up monster numbers. I mean, you come in here and you look at his last 3 games, or at least last 3 out of 4, I should say, just been putting up. I mean, look at these targets, dude. 18, 15, 16. I mean, I guess if you just pepper him with targets, he'll do good. You keep it under 10, and he doesn't perform that well. So maybe he can continues that. I guess depending on if Marvin Harrison comes back. But against Houston too, that's tough. That's a tough defense right there. One of the tougher defenses in the league. So could be held down there. Got some good matchups here with Amon and Chris Olave. So the irresistible force kind of lacking there. Brandon Strange against Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce might have a big game to make up for those bobbled balls he had. Bobbling the balls. So we'll see how that goes. Irresistible Force does have Amari Hampton back, so that's good for him. Getting carries. Khalil Shakir in the flex position there for West Point Gators. Then we got Fairbairn versus Loop and the Browns D versus the Texans D. So should be a pretty good matchup. We'll see how this goes. The Irresistible Force won this just last week, so they're running it back. They had it last week, and they won 133.6 to 124.8 in Week 14. So, and Irresistible Force has won the last 3 matchups against West Point Gators. So this will be West Point Gators needs to tie up the series to move on to the next round and try to get revenge over last week's loss. So, see how that goes. That's a good one. We got Jay Nashty versus the rookie. Whoa, I would be scared about this one, man. When the Guru's got you gassed up, you're down for a disappointment. I don't see Brock Purdy going for 42 against Tennessee, but maybe he does. I just don't see it. I think they're going to run the ball. He'll still have a good game. I'm not saying he won't have a good game. The other thing that's funny is that Jay Nash, he did trade him Stafford. So if he loses because Stafford has a good game, he might be kicking himself for that. And let's see, who did he trade him for too? Like he had, I think it was DJ Moore and who he has on the bench. So he just traded him for nothing. I don't know who else he got for him. I gotta go back and look. So this is gonna bug me. Let's go back. Let's go back to the league. Let's go back to the transactions. Let's go back to, we have trades. And let's go back to what did he trade? And Pearsall. So he traded DJ Moore and Pearsall for Stafford. So that's what he traded away Stafford and got Pearsall and DJ Moore. So going back to the scoring preview, does he even have Pearsall in his lineup? Because if he doesn't, he just traded him pretty much for nothing. No, he doesn't. He has both the guys he traded for on his bench. Like, why are you trading that guy? I hope you, man. I really do. I really do hope that this comes back and bites you in the ass because you just like, why would you make that trade for nothing? You're in your starting lineup. You just wanted to give it to him for guys on your bench to put on your bench. Makes no sense. I don't get it. I mean, that's the definition of stupidity. Here's something for nothing. Here, have Stafford helping you out because he had yeah, Jackson Dart and Jaden Daniels. Now Dart might have he might even actually be better than Stafford this week, against the Giants. I mean against the Commanders. So we'll see how that goes. But man, that's a stupid trade if you trade for nothing. I mean, nothing in your starting lineup. You just wanted bench guys. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, Christian McCaffrey been a beast. Rashard White versus Trayvon Henderson and Chris Rodriguez. I think McCaffrey outscores probably both these guys against Tennessee. We'll see how that goes. Wendell Robinson and Terry McLaurin versus Zay Flowers and Luther Burden. I can't believe that these guys are in the playoffs with these type of guys in their lineup. It's ridiculous. Trey McBride's been a beast, though, versus Schultz, so that obviously in the rookie's favor. Kittle and the flex there versus... so you're going with two tight end, the two tight end lineup in the playoffs. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. Really? Not even two tight end guy. And then Kyron Williams in his flex. I'm liking rookie the more I'm seeing his lineup here. Brandon Aubrey, though, he could win it by himself. So the guy's a weapon. He could kick, 5 60-yard field goals or, 3 50-yarders and a 60-yarder and get 25, 30 points. So guy's a weapon. Eagles D against Vegas. That's it looks like Kenny Pickett's going to start, so that could also is a wild card there. Could do well. And then the Jackson versus the Jets with their rookie quarterback. That's also could be very sneaky. So over the Houston Texans. So that's a crazy one too. Oh, not the Texans. Gators got Texans. My bad. Anyway, so good matchup. I like it. I think rookie pulls out an upset here because I just don't see these guys. Maybe McCaffrey gets 27, but I do not see Brock Purdy going off again. Even though Shedeur Sanders just did it last week, I just don't see him going off against Tennessee. All right, and then in the last game we got the Midnight Hammers versus the No Way Jose's, who continues to win. Well, this is the closest Guru game the Gurus got. Well, I guess the Mollywops and Mr. Liberty or Death is within 2 points, and this is in 4, so this isn't the closest, but pretty close. Anyway, that 9th place schedule difficulty really helped No Way Jose this year. Passing ranking also, got to give him credit for drafting Dak Prescott. He did well. And then, so receiving ranking, though, last. Ouch. And then, 3rd receiving ranking here, but Baker Mayfield has not been performing of late. Maybe now, and he has to play on Thursday night against Atlanta. So, division game, he does get back Mike Evans and McMillan. So, we'll see how that plays out for those guys. Minnesota, though, they could give it up smooth on Sunday night to Prescott, but they also have a pretty tough defense as well. I mean, they just shut out the Commanders, but the Commanders just had Mariota after. But Mariota looked pretty good the week before, so I don't know. We'll see how that one plays out. Genty and Dwaddle versus Brown and Barkley. Obviously, I like the Brown and Barkley. Just Genty against the Philly defense. I just don't see him doing it. He hasn't done much anything of late anyway, so. And then Dwaddle, all of a sudden, what's his name? Chuba Hubbard, all of a sudden, in the last game before their bye, started taking out more carries. So tough to see Dwaddle getting all the carries he was getting in the beginning of the season. Obviously, the strength of the Midnight Hammers team has got Chase and Lamb against Jamison Williams and Jacoby Myers. 2 sneaky low-end guys that have been performing, though, lately for Jose. They always seem to step up. We'll see, but Jamar could torch the Baltimore for 38 points, and Lamb, if he plays, I don't know with that concussion, so that's got to be a question mark there. Otten versus Kincaid, that's pretty even. I would say maybe Kincaid has a little bit of got a better quarterback. Ibuka hasn't been performing, and then now with Evans and McMillan back. We'll see how he does. Hard to go with him, though. I got to give um, Tardo some credit there. It's tough to say. I can see it both ways, right? Oh, you got more people, less opportunity. Well, you got more people, less coverage. And I knew he dropped like a wide open touchdown last week too. Hit him right in the hands and dropped it. So I don't know. Buka really cooled off the second half of the season. Started off great, but really has been sliding off here. Then you got the Bucker and Thicker kicker, and then the Cowboys D and the Falcons D. See how that turns out, man. Good matchup. Should be a close one though. Good one. I'm not going to go into the fishing matchups. Like, who cares about the consolation games? They are what they are. We'll see how they turn out. I just want to show you guys that the waivers. They ran yesterday, but they had been reset for reverse order that we did have. So that's good. All right, man. So that's pretty much the PPH for the year, man. We'll see how we got to do our rules meeting, which will be normally historically on January Sunday during the championship games is normally when we've done them. So if anyone wants to change the location or the time or date, start speaking up now on the text thread. Don't wait for a week before the thing or 2 weeks before the event and try to start crabbing on them. I already saw that a few people won't be making the pizza party, but don't want to change anything. So that's cool. They won't get to vote on where the rules meeting is, and yeah. So, but it doesn't even look like we're gonna have the belt. We sent it out for the memorial plate for our beloved Tommy. Can't wait to see how that turns out. I hope not a lot of people crab on that because it costs a little pretty penny, and we put in some work putting in the design to make sure that it represented Tommy and his spirit and something that always will remember him by. So hopefully it looks good. I can't wait to see what it looks like. All right, I think that's about it, man. So good luck to everybody in the playoffs. We'll have 3 weeks. We'll have a new championship, and it does look like Smokin' Dem did go first to worst. He tried to say he wasn't going to finish worst. He did. He finished dead last. First to worst. First to worst. Yep, first to worst. Didn't do a very good job defending that belt. All right, y'all. So that's it. Lump Dogs out. Catch y'all next year. Peace.